Chelsea, Roy, because the last time you were here was the game against Manchester United when Chelsea were top of the league, but they've fallen some way since.
Yeah, I think they've just lost their spark, which can happen. Of course, injuries, the same for lots of other clubs, but they've not really coped with the injuries. I think there's been one or two off-the-field problems with players. I suppose bringing issues to the club, really, which hasn't helped. But I think it's just sometimes players have a dip in form. But having said that, I think it's a good game for Chelsea today. You're thinking, can we kickstart our season again? Tottenham are obviously a lot of rivalry there. They've got a great record against them. So I think it's a good game for Chelsea today.
The form isn't good, though. Just one win in 7. It's not the form of title challenges, is it?
No, it doesn't. It looks ugly there. Of course, if you want to win the big prizes, draws are okay, but you've too many of them, particularly when you've been in the winning positions and obviously at home. It's not good. When you look at the start of the season, how strong they were, clean sheets, they've just gone away from what they really are. And they were rock solid. They look sharp. They look like they could win games, obviously, and they've just come off it. And with obviously teams like Liverpool and City ahead of you, then they wouldn't slip up like Chelsea have.
And particularly the way that they did so well when Tuchel first came into the club, won the Champions League as well. There was an expectation that this might be the season when they bring the title back here, but that gap is still there, Jimmy. Let me just show you this. Over the last few years, since they won the title, it's been at 30 points, 26, 33, 19 last season, and as things stand, it's 13 this season. Did you expect them to be closer right now?
Yeah, I did, and especially at the start that they had. 13 points is a little bit too much, but as Roy was saying, dip in form, players that are not playing at the moment, of players that have not been playing consecutively, and the big thing for me is the clean sheets. They were built on clean sheets and scoring 1 or 2 goals. They're creating, but they're not really firing. They're not scoring enough, and you can say whatever you want, but when you bring in a big striker like Lukaku, he needs to score, or somebody else needs to pick up. Werner needs to pick up, or Harvard, and that hasn't happened. And that is where Man City and Liverpool have been better.
He said this week, Jamie, Thomas Tuchel, we look tired because we are tired.
I don't think that's ideal for the players to hear that as well. I think that can transmit to them, gives them an excuse to a certain extent. Jimmy mentions Lukaku. I mean, I think when they won the Champions League last year, I think a lot of Chelsea fans, even pundit myself, felt that Lukaku might be the icing on the cake, but it hasn't worked out. I think injuries as well. I think the way that Chelsea play with their wing-backs, Reece James was so important. Chilwell picked up an injury when he just got back into form as well. They've sort of gone from playing a back 4 to a back 3. But in that period, they've also played Tottenham off the park twice. So it's not all doom and gloom, and I think Roy makes a great point. These sorts of games, derby matches, are ones where you can make a statement and get going again. And it feels like it has to be that kind of occasion for Chelsea, and the atmosphere will always be good against the Tottenham side as well.